Greetings, fellow citizens of the Dread Forest. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld, The Darkest Ages. Episode 5, Heaping Masses of Gore and Flesh. Oh my god, why are you... This is not... Okay. Yeah, somehow or another they thought this was the closest granite. You can see why the wall building is slow and why I'm cutting stone locally, because the pawns are not exactly smart about pathfinding to the local stuff. With that in mind, it would not be necessarily a bad idea for me to set up additional bridges, just because I can't keep them from being stupid easily. So let's paint another a bridge from here to here. And get this laid out so that they don't spend half a day walking for one chunk. And at least we'll have like 3 bridges in roughly 3 different directions, and that should give us access to the surrounding lands without the ridiculousness of running a half marathon to get one chunk. At least that's the hope. I'm shaving in the mountain like this so it doesn't collapse on my head and kill me. Oh, really? Yeah, gut worms. Ugh. Locally sourced chunks. Well, there's also the gutworm chunks too. There's lots of chunks going on right now. We live in a chunk buffet at the moment, and it's actually a problem. It'd be good if Lilin managed to get up to the Ambrosia soon, because I think Ravag actually needs some mood help. Being sick and in serious pain is rough. So we need... Oh, why? 60. We need 60 more chunks. That's not that far off. So if we are going to hold up the roof here, what we might be able to do is to design it to be some sort of like fenced-in pavilion, or I don't know. We'll figure it out. We did just get beer brewing. I will put hops down in just a minute, but what do you want next? Devil's Strand heating, Longblade Psychoid, Great Bow, Septic Tanks, Plate Armor. I could also include fishing, I guess. I'll add that too. Nothing like having to research fishing, but, you know, RimWorld being RimWorld. It's a research project. I don't know how good I feel about having like an 81-year-old do all my mining. Grandma, what mighty guns you have. But if she is doing the mining, let's work drive her. Oh, listen to that. Clink, clink. There's also some voids in this mountain, it seems. So that noise is going to get weird, but this is the training dummies. So now that we have training dummies, I'm going to get rid of the horseshoe pin. The horseshoe pin is dex play, and the training dummies are dex play. And I'd rather have them work the archery target and the melee target because it actually trains combat skills while also doing dex play. Fishing research, you guys got it. So as promised, we'll start growing hops. Don't need a ton of it. Here we go. Hop. I don't have a brewer yet. I'd like a dedicated brewer at some point because we'll be able to brew wine as well. Or, you don't brew wine, but you know what I mean. We'll be able to make wine, and an aged wine can be a trade good that we offer up to traders. I am surprised we haven't had a lot of, like, horrors hit us. I would have honestly expected more horrors. Because as you can see in my options, gameplay, storyteller, I do have anomalous threats quite high, but they're just not showing up. Guess they wanted the week off. Oh, here we go. Here's a lot more hunting. Perfect. Now we have all these meat racks ready to go, but no meat. Yeah, it's probably Randy just like waiting to like super mess with me when it's time. You're right about that. I mean, I think we know Randy well enough to know he's just like, oh yes, get comfortable, because you're about to get wrecked. I'm gonna start naming my zones. That way I can know if I have an errant zone. So this should be stockpile 1, and this should be dump 1. Yep. All zones are named. I guess Randy has been hitting me with gutworms. So technically he has been attacking me just in a indirect way. Perimeter walls are nearly done. Next question I have is, should I employ guards once the walls are done? So the idea that I had for the guards is, if I built a guard tower here and have fishing researched, our guards could actually just like full-time fish instead. But it would be someone essentially on like fishing duty or guard duty here. If not, we won't. And we'll just have one way into the colony here, which could be a potential threat, because, like, we won't really know they're coming in until they're here, but you guys can vote on that, whether we have a dedicated guard or not. I'm happy either way. All right, need med treatment. That's probably Scorpio and Rivak. I think Lillian's the best person for the job. Not quite as high quality. Oh, 35. You weren't even trying. It's funny how it told me I struck Jade multiple times. It's like, yep, no. It looks like the idea of having a full-time guard is wanted. Got it. I'll allow the construction of this tower. We've made no progress on the bridge. Okay. And these guys are still going for these stupid chunks. They're going all the way down here for chunks. Why? I have no idea. I kind of wish they had built the bridge, but they'll get to it when they get to it. I can encourage it by hauling in some of the wood that we needed for the bridge, but they'll probably be using that new wood for passive and coolers and torches instead. At some point, we might even get to the point where we are going to need to plant oak trees or poplar trees within our walls, just to be able to have like a guaranteed source of wood. I could definitely picture a situation where it's not safe to go outside due to threats or whatever, and we run out of fuel. But you guys do want guards. Okie dokie. Forbid these chunks? You can't forbid chunks. You can zone them, but they're not... The forbid tool doesn't work on them. You can't... It's not even... I can't keep them from being stupid. If I really wanted them not to do that, I could zone it and be like, don't go down here. There. They're forbidden from that corner. But you know the saying, you can't fix stupid. They want to be stupid. It's hard to stop them from being stupid. It's technically training. Can't say it's much. So I think what I'll do for these is make them a little longer, and then have them be a wooden door for quick, and then a stone door for strong, and then we can close the stone doors but keep the wooden doors typically typically forced open. And then once all of the other parts of the wall are done, we'll cut granite for the stone doors. But I'm not going to bother doing that until we have the rest of the walls done. Another reason to keep the training dummy outside is it's messy. So not only does it give us good vision out here, but it also keeps us from like creating a huge mess within the walls of our castle. So serves dual purpose. Is her 17 hours? Okay. I've definitely been keeping up with the mining task to make sure I'm getting the most out of her work drive. Oh, so for pemmican, I do not want to make it with salted meat because there's no point. Like, it would make the meat last less long. So I'm keeping that, I'm taking that off the bills. So we can make, I'll probably hold off on making pemmican full stop now. Now that we have like salted meat going through the process. Oh, there's a tower. So I'll show you the difference. Here's the pawn standing. And here's the pawn way up in the tower. Much better cone of vision. Not all the way out to map edge, but far more vision than otherwise. If we are going to be stationing someone up in this tower, and you guys did vote that I do, probably would be best that corpses aren't stored nearby, so it's not like a hideous environment. So the beauty zone goes out to about here. So I'll put corpses over here. Eventually I'm going to have like a fueled crematorium, and we'll just like burn them up, but that's a bit beyond our colony wealth at the moment. We are down to probably almost single-digit amounts of perimeter walls left to construct. We're getting very close. So being as close as we are, what do we build next? Great Hall, storehouse, workshop, bridges, defenses. Or, you know what? I'm going to add a brewery. We can always have a makeshift brewery, but, you know, if you want a permanent structure as a brewery, I'll have that be included in the polls as well. If you're wondering why I'm ignoring the like needing holding platforms, it's because we actually haven't seen any horrors yet, so it wouldn't really make sense to build like entity storage containers without actually having to deal with entities first. So I'm kind of like artificially roleplay waiting for it to happen. Alright, new med treatments. Who is the best? Ravak's 11. Ravak should probably 10 Scorpio. And then the others are 6 and 7. So Klein is technically better than Lilin. Oh, I got a 70. I think Scorpio, you are at 105 and she should be 176. Okay. I'll have Scorpio try to catch up with Ravak tending. There. That's a bit better. So it looks like you guys want me to put some effort into the Great Hall. It's not that great yet. I'll do just that if that's what you end up voting on, which it looks like it will be. And I think we found the extent of the overhead mountain. It's a bit of a strange shape, but I'll be able to remove it without too much effort, which is great. Tamarain, thank you for the resub. I'll just call that one a little early. So in terms of improving the Great Hall, we could do billiards, but if we did billiards, it would detract from the training dummies out here. The other thing we could do for the training dummies is at least for rainy days, put a roof over it, but then they'd be in darkness, so maybe that's not, maybe not. So I would say poker table over billiards, and then floor it up with fine flooring, and then put a hearth in the middle, and probably get shelves for at least beer, because it doesn't have a beer shelf yet. And then get a hearth in there and try to make it really nice. Doesn't necessarily, I'm not going to fire up the hearth midsummer, but that's where we're going to want the hearth eventually. Alright, yeah, there's definitely single-digit amounts of building left to do. So this door should be left open, forced open. All the other doors are going to be closed. So there is a valid path into the base, and we know where it is. And then once the chunks are all hauled for the walls, we can cut some granite for the remaining structure. This will make sense in a minute. What I'm going to do is... Oh, it doesn't reach. Okay, I'll reinstall the archery target. And training dummy. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to illuminate this area so that the guard up here isn't in darkness. While also providing cover from the rain for whoever's here. So I'll set it up like that, so we can be illuminated and dry while recreating. Fishing is done. Research is going real fast. What next? I want to bang out like the easy stuff before I start jumping on the more difficult, which is why I've been ignoring this. But I'll include beekeeping and wine in this poll because it's lower entry level. There you go. We're so close. She no longer has her high priority mine. Now, if we want to, if we want to remove this as a line of sight blocker, I can strategically place columns and like artificially keep the roof on while we remove all the stone. And I think I would only need 2 of them. Maybe 3 of them. So it's affordable, in other words, once the perimeter walls are done. And that should allow us to really open up the central courtyard for a good line of view over everything. Lilin. I hate to ask. Oop, that's not what I meant to do. I think we're going to need more plant cut. More wood. Okay, here we go. Alright, so you're wondering about horrors. We got ourselves some horrors. There are Gorehulks coming in. They're going to come in through this door. Gross. I hate Gorehulks. Grab a bow. She's a careful shooter, so I'm not going to bother giving a bow to Mildred. Plus, she's 81, so she gets to sit this one out. Grab a bow. Get moving. I don't even have the wood for delivery. God. Oh, here they come. I'm gonna see if I can't snipe some of them. So I think what's happening here is they're mustering to come to the bridge. But I can pop some shots in before they get there. Another valid strat... Oh, Mildred is out here. Shoot. Another valid strategy, I was going to say, is to turtle. So what I could do is have Matic quickly lock the base down Because Gorehulks will have to break in, and that works to my advantage. So that's the current plan, is to essentially turtle so that they can't hurt me. So, Mildred, you keep running. And then Rayvac, I'm gonna have... Oh, you can't even haul, deliver. Klein, you go build that steel wall. Everyone stay inside. Now, if I forbid the doors, and I can't physically go outside, it means all paths are blocked. Yes, there's no path. Now, we can see these dots. We can hear where they are. And what I was hoping to do is to have my archers that have good range go out for, like, ambush tactics. They're not attacking here. Okay, good. So now I'm going to muster the archers to come do ambush tactics against them, to wear down their numbers without having to fight the whole horde all at once. So once all the archers in this corner, we'll go snipe what we can. Yeah, let's lure these groups in. I left the door open on purpose so that we can lure and then wear them down. I will research beekeeping next. But Rayvac is going to come join us. Alright, we do have the ability to capture one. Looking... okay, in terms of bleeds... I'll do some quick tending. Looking good so far. I'm going to use line of sight blocking to try to lower the amount of damage that I take. Because the walls I have are, like, fairly hardy. They're not going to be able to get through them fast. But this is why no one wants to live in this neighborhood. Understandably. Is that it? No. There's one here. One, okay, so we're not done. What I'll do is I'll stop the bleeds. And then continue the press. So, I don't think it's reasonable to try to capture any of them right now. But now that we've had our first interaction with a horror, we can also build holding cells. I'm going to call this Corpses 2. And we'll allow human likes that are strangers, and then entity. And I'll add entity to the original water zone as well. We don't really have any, like, animals that would eat twisted meat, so I'm not adding it to our, like, diet or anything like that. Alright, let's get moving. And I can see them both. Ooh, wow. Down that one quick. I still hear some. I think they might be on the east wall too. Yep, 2 more east wall. We should just be inside range. Nice. And thanks to everyone's group efforts, cleared that pretty good. A lot of Gorehulks, but yep, perimeter walls, pretty dope. Perimeter walls definitely came in clutch there, without a doubt. We have some, oh, well, one got up. Oh, poor Scorpio. I'm gonna leave Scorpio alone because he's like, not happy. Down it goes. Oh, and it even dropped a shard. Creepy. New lovers, Matic and Lilin. I thought that was coming. Finally did. I don't have a bed for them yet, but I'll stick them in the same room for now. Nice. We're all paired up except for the 81-year-old. Sorry, 81-year-old. You got stabbed to the neck. Gross. Let's fix that. And then Mildred will fix you too. Alright. Getting a full, complete perimeter wall, obviously pretty high priority. Let's reassess the home zone as well. I want to home zone the tower and the soon-to-be wall. I'm not going to home zone the bridges because I don't want to clean blood off the bridges. Lilin has a bruise, but that's the only thing undeaded. Okay. That seems fine. We did just get our first batch of fertilizer. So with this fertilizer, we're going to want to fertilize this area. And thankfully, it's really easy to paint because I made it a rectangle. Now that all the mining tasks are over, Mildred can also help Lilin with farming tasks. So I will also make another scythe so that both Mildred and Lilin have scythes for harvests. And I'm gonna area 1 them because I don't need them going down to the stupid zone. But area 1 them so that we can go back to tree cut. This door should be opened. All the other doors will be closed. This was allow fresh too, right? Yeah. We just haven't hauled them. Come on, Matic. Make the scythe, dude. And it's poor. Man, his quality of stuff has been real lacking. It is official. We have perimeter. I'll double check by forbidding all the doors and then seeing if anyone can leave. No path. All right. Next up, we need to cut a little bit of granite. Not a lot, but a little bit of granite for the stone doors that get to be slammed shut in the case of, you know, whatever problems. And the plan is to put granite doors in the four corners, but then leave them forced open. All right, you should be getting close. Yeah, one more tending. If it's a high-quality tending, and she'll be over her gutworms. Scorpio, you are sitting at maybe 2 tendings. We'll see. 57. Yeah, unless we score a 70, 69, or 68, you are in for 2 tendings. I tried, but, you know, it only gets so good. Okay. I think this is the first granite stone cut. And it's not going to be like proper castle doors. We'll work those in once we have castle build technology. So we need 100 granite to finish the project. And then we can take on the Great Hall improvement. Because that's been like waiting in the wings for a while as a result of not having the stone cut for it. How's it keep forming? It's keeping pretty good. All right, the Area 1 allowed zone, I'm going to allow them to build the bridge. But I'm going to keep everyone, like, away from the southwest corner until that bridge is actually done. So they don't do stupid stone cut down over here. I guess it's physically the closest, but it's pretty stupid. The other way to stop that would be for the cut zones to be restricted. And then to only haul the stone, I think, is makes sense to haul. So I've canceled all... I'll cancel all haul designations and then queue up manual designations so that nobody's, like, running across the map to do stone cut. There. I think that's probably the best method to restrict. Oh, man, the drag boxes don't work in the fog, do they? There we go. So that should be a little bit better. That way they don't, like, spin their wheels and waste their time. Lone Genius. She wants to talk. You can send a colonist to hear what she has to say. I am gonna send 2 colonists. Roleplay here. But I don't think we're going to have our dear leader go alone against someone who's, let's say, creepy? Might be the right adjective. Someone who's creepy, who's just showing up. Now that I'm thinking about the outside, where is my other ambrosia? I have not been setting it to like an auto harvest zone. I probably should, but I'm stubborn now, so I'm just... Oh, no, it's not ready anyway. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld The Darkest Ages, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow knights.